There's something living inside your mattress right now. Not one thing, millions of things. An Ohio State University study confirmed that a single used mattress can contain between 100,000 and 10 million dust mites, each one producing 20 waste particles per day, each particle small enough to float into your lungs while you sleep. And it is not the mites themselves that destroy your health, it is their feces. Microscopic pellets of protein that trigger allergic reactions, chronic inflammation, and respiratory collapse in the people most vulnerable to it. You spend 26 years of your life asleep, 229,000 hours lying on that surface, breathing whatever is growing inside it. And nobody told you. Not the mattress company that sold it to you, not the doctor who handed you a prescription for antihistamines, not the industry that generates $18 billion a year selling replacements. They did not hide this because the science is unclear. They hid it because the solution costs $1. $1 worth of baking soda. And you cannot build an $18 billion empire on a product that costs $1. This is the story of what is really inside your mattress, what it is doing to your body, and the protocol that the industry prayed you would never find. Welcome to Forbidden Camping. If you're not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and the bell. This is where we dig up what the outdoor industry and beyond have buried. Here is what most people do not realize. Your mattress is not a static object. It is a living ecosystem, a biome that evolves every single night you sleep on it. In 1936, a team of researchers published the first study on fungal contamination of bedding materials. They found mold colonies thriving inside mattresses and pillows across American households. The paper was published, and then something strange happened. Nobody followed up. For almost 70 years, not a single major study revisited the question of what grows inside the place where humans spend a third of their lives. 70 years of silence. It was not until 2005 that researchers at the University of Manchester finally reopened the investigation. Professor Ashley Woodcock and his team collected 10 pillows ranging from 18 months to over 20 years of regular use. They dissected each one and cultured samples from 9 sections of every pillow. What they found was extraordinary. Every single pillow contained a substantial fungal load, between 4 and 16 different species of fungi per sample. The most common species was Aspergillus fumigatus, a fungus that causes aspergillosis, a disease that attacks the lungs and sinuses, and has become the leading infectious cause of death in leukemia and bone marrow transplant patients. Professor Woodcock said it himself. Given the time spent sleeping and the proximity of the pillow to the airway, pillows could be the primary source of fungi and fungal products. The primary source, not outdoor air, not your basement, your pillow. And if your pillow looks like that after 18 months, imagine what your mattress looks like after 10 years. The answer is worse than you think, and the industry knows it. A human body sheds approximately 1.5 grams of dead skin every single day. That is roughly 500 million skin cells falling off your body while you sleep. 80% of those cells land on your mattress and bedding. And those skin cells are not waste, they are food. The primary food source for dermatophagoides, the house dust mite. The Latin name literally translates to skin eater. Your dead skin feeds the mites produce feces, the feces produce allergens, the allergens trigger your immune system. And the cycle repeats every single night for years, decades, a lifetime. This is not a defect. This is a self-sustaining biological engine running inside your bed. Now here is where the numbers get disturbing. This video is just the surface. I have collected everything the mattress industry does not want you to know, all in the complete Forbidden Camping Vault. The Mattress Detox Protocol, a step-by-step guide to eliminating dust mites for less than $1 a month. The Bedroom Air Quality Blueprint, showing exactly how indoor allergens destroy your sleep without you knowing. The Hidden Health Threats Guide, exposing the chemicals, fungi, and organisms living in your home environment. The DIY Cleaning Arsenal, with 14 natural cleaning formulas that replace hundreds of dollars in commercial products. The Allergy Root Cause Manual, tracing the connection between household allergens and chronic symptoms your doctor never explains. And much more. Over 10 guides in one place, no fluff, straight to the point. The link is in the description. But stay here. The video is just getting started. A single dust mite produces approximately 20 fecal pellets per day. Now multiply that by millions of mites living inside one mattress. That is tens of millions of allergen particles being released into your breathing zone every night. The American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology has documented that dust mite allergens are among the most potent indoor triggers for asthma and allergic rhinitis. More than 20 million Americans suffer from dust mite allergies. And here is the data point that should make you pause. The CDC published a comprehensive economic study analyzing asthma costs in the United States from 2008 to 2013. The annual per-person medical cost of asthma was $3,266, $1,830 in prescriptions alone. The total annual cost of asthma in the United States, including medical care, missed work, and mortality, was $81.9 billion. $81 billion per year. Let that number sit for a moment. That is more than the entire budget of most federal agencies. Now consider this. Not every asthma case is caused by dust mites, but researchers estimate that dust mite allergens contribute to asthma symptoms in a significant portion of sensitized individuals, with some studies suggesting the number reaches as high as 85% in children. That means a substantial portion of that $81 billion burden traces back to something growing inside mattresses, pillows, and upholstered furniture. Something that can be managed with a protocol costing less than $20 per year. Think about what that means. A person paying $3,200 a year in asthma treatment could be sleeping on the very thing causing their symptoms. They go to the doctor, they get a prescription, they go home, they lie down on the same mattress that triggered the attack. Doctor, prescription, mattress, symptom, doctor, more prescriptions. Nobody breaks the cycle because nobody looks at the mattress. The numbers are staggering, but the pattern is simple. And the pattern has been repeating for decades. But the real question is not why this happens. The real question is why nobody in the industry wants you to know about the solution. That answer is coming next. If you have made it this far, you already know more about what is living inside your mattress than 99% of people. Subscribe and share with someone who needs to hear this, especially anyone who wakes up congested every morning and blames it on age. And remember, everything the industry buried is in the complete vault. The link is in the description. Now stay with me because the next part is the heaviest. So why does nobody talk about this? Why does no mattress company include a single page of hygiene maintenance instructions inside the box? Why does no doctor ask you how old your mattress is when you report chronic sinus congestion? The answer is the same answer it always is: money. The United States mattress industry generates over $18 billion in revenue per year. Tempur Sealy alone reported $4.89 billion in sales in 2024. Sleep Number brought in $1.73 billion. These are not small operations selling comfort. These are publicly traded corporations selling replacement cycles. The industry standard recommendation is to replace your mattress every 7 to 10 years. That recommendation is not based on health science. It is based on sales forecasting. A queen-size mattress costs between $800 and $3,000 at retail. Premium models marketed as hypoallergenic can run up to $5,000. And here is the word you need to understand about that label. Hypoallergenic does not mean dust mite proof. It means the surface material has a lower probability of causing skin irritation, and the mites colonize the interior regardless. The label is a marketing tool, not a medical certification. There is no FDA regulation governing the use of the word hypoallergenic on mattress packaging, no independent verification, no testing standard, no enforcement. The same industry uses terms like antimicrobial and dust mite resistant with the same casual imprecision. Dust mite resistant does not mean dust mite free. It means slightly less hospitable. The mites still come, they still eat, they still reproduce, they still excrete 20 allergen particles per day per mite into the surface where you press your face for 8 hours. But the label costs you an extra $500 to $2,000. Now think about the business model. If you knew how to maintain your mattress hygienically, you would keep it longer. If you kept it longer, you would buy fewer mattresses. If you bought fewer mattresses, an $18 billion industry would shrink. You cannot patent baking soda. You cannot trademark a vacuum cleaner. You cannot create a subscription model around opening a window and letting fresh air in. So the industry chose silence. No maintenance instructions in the box, no care guides on the website, no educational campaigns. Just a recommendation to throw it away and buy another one every 7 to 10 years. The entire economic model depends on you not knowing what you're about to learn. I need to be honest with you about something before we go further. Baking soda does not directly kill dust mites in the way that heat or extreme dehydration does. What baking soda does is change the environment. It absorbs moisture from the mattress surface, and dust mites need humidity above 50% to survive and reproduce. It neutralizes the acidic compounds from sweat and body oils that create the pH environment mites prefer. And it loosens the mite waste particles embedded in the mattress fibers, making them easier to vacuum out. Think of it not as a pesticide, but as a habitat destroyer. You are not poisoning the mites, you are making the mattress uninhabitable for them. And that distinction matters because it means no chemicals, no toxins, no residue near your face while you sleep. Here is the complete protocol. Step 1, strip all bedding and wash your sheets, pillowcases, and mattress cover in hot water. The water must reach at least 130 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 54 degrees Celsius. This temperature kills dust mites on contact. Warm water does not. It has to be hot. Step 2, vacuum the entire mattress surface with an upholstery attachment. Go slowly because dust mites have 8 hooked legs that grip mattress fibers. Fast passes miss them. Slow overlapping passes pull them out. Step 3, sprinkle a generous layer of baking soda over the entire mattress surface. One standard box is enough for a queen-size bed. Cost, roughly $1. Step 4, leave the baking soda on the mattress for a minimum of 2 hours. Ideal is the entire morning while you open the bedroom window and let the room ventilate. The longer it sits, the more moisture it absorbs, the more hostile the surface becomes. Step 5, vacuum everything thoroughly, repeat in slow overlapping passes, at least twice. Step 6, and this is the step most people skip, but it is the most important. Install an allergen-proof mattress encasement, not a mattress pad, not a fitted cover, an encasement with a zipper that seals the entire mattress inside a barrier. The American Academy of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology recommends allergen-proof encasements as the #1 physical intervention for dust mite control. A quality encasement for a queen-size bed costs between $12 and $20. It lasts 2 to 3 years. It creates a physical wall between the mite colony inside your mattress and the air you breathe. That is the entire protocol. Repeat the baking soda treatment once a month. Wash your sheets in hot water once a week. Wash the encasement once a month. Total annual cost, roughly $12 in baking soda, plus the encasement. Now compare that to the alternative. A new queen-size mattress costs $800 to $3,000. A premium hypoallergenic model costs up to $5,000. Professional mattress cleaning costs $100 to $300 per session. And replacing every 7 to 10 years means spending between $5,000 and $15,000 over a 20-year period. The protocol costs about $260 over those same 20 years. The gap is not marginal, it is obscene. And that gap is the reason this information does not appear on any mattress company website. If you wake up every morning with a stuffy nose, a dry throat, a cough that will not quit, and your doctor says it is just aging, consider that the problem might not be your body. It might be the place where your body spends 8 hours every night. The mattress industry did not create dust mites, but they built an $18 billion business model that depends on you never learning how to deal with them. This knowledge did not disappear. It was never distributed. It sat in research papers at the University of Manchester, in CDC databases, in recommendations from the American Academy of Allergy that no mattress advertisement will ever reference. The science has been there for decades, waiting for someone to connect the dots. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe and share it. Every share reaches someone who is waking up congested tomorrow morning and blaming their age when the answer is a $1 box of baking soda. Every subscription keeps this vault open. The next vault opens soon, and what the industry hid this time is even worse.